This is Christian Center Church, home to some of the most amazing people you will ever meet. We had the privilege of meeting with one of its members, Sister Alicia Griffiths. She has been diligently serving in her hometown of Jamaica for the past several years through a ministry called Build Them Up. Let's listen to what she had to say.
Well, this ministry comes in two parts. The first part is that there's summer camps that run during the summer. As I'm off work during the summertime, I go out and I run camps at different churches, two churches in particular that are located in inner city communities. And then after that, it's wherever the Lord leads. Usually other people hear about the mission and ask me that previous year if I can come to their location next year. And that might be for a day or maybe 2 days or 3 days, all dependent on how things lay out as the Lord leads. The second part of the mission is that I'm supporting a school called Mare House Primary School that is located in St. Anne, Jamaica. Now, this school is in a rural community and they are in great need of resources and materials. It is a public school. However, what happens in Jamaica, in many rural communities, they don't get the support that they usually require. So they need to seek help from outside. And that's where people like myself come in to help to support, to buy resources, and to just help the school to be the best that it can be, the best environment for the kids. Well, I can't even say I got it started. I have to say that God got it started. And in my year off work, I went out to Jamaica. I said, God, the first thing I want to do is to honor you by doing some kind of mission trip, doing something to give back to my country. And basically, that's how the mission was born. I told my uncle that I was coming out. I told him what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do something. And so he ended up asking me to work with their VBS, Vacation Bible School, for the summer. And I went to several churches and helped out there. And I did that over several years, and I helped at their church camp. And I started realizing, wait a second, I'm not seeing certain kids from one particular church coming to camp. And when I inquired about that, they said, oh no, those people can't afford this kind of camp. And immediately that just broke my heart. It took me back to the place where when I was a child, my mother couldn't afford camp for us. But then there was someone named Brother Rossiter who made going to camp possible for my brother and I. And going to camp meant so much to me that I thought there's got to be something that could be done for these children. I might not be able to send them all to camp or anything, but maybe we can bring a camp to them. And basically that's where the camp was born. So preparing for the mission, it's a huge undertaking. It's a huge undertaking. It involves fundraising. It involves getting the word out. It involves trying to get volunteers because there isn't a regular staff. It's just whoever can help out, jump in and help out. Put the word out and the Lord touches the hearts of people and they jump in. So throughout the year, we're collecting school supplies, collecting clothing, collecting food items, raising funds, because when we go to Jamaica, we need to purchase the food for the camp for the whole week, for all the programs, not just for the camp, but for all the programs that are being offered, whether it be a 1-day program, a 3-day program. The kids literally pay nothing. They just come every day and they receive that hot lunch and they're just so happy. Or if it's a half-day program, they receive a good snack and they're just so happy. They feel like it's Christmas. They literally feel like it's Christmas. And they say, wow, we're getting all of this for us. And it's just amazing. But the process, it's a long one. It requires me driving to Scarborough sometimes, driving to Whitby sometimes to pick things up because people can't come to me, but I go to them. And it requires people who are willing to purchase a crate or purchase barrels or pick up barrels, help to transport things. And all of these things are housed in my 1-bedroom apartment. I would have to say there's this one little boy. When I first started, this little boy could not even stay for the whole program because his behavior, he couldn't contain, he couldn't regulate himself. And so he just stayed for half day or maybe even just a few hours. To the last time that we had camp, this child was the camp king. He was a camp king. He was a star of the Bible quiz group, and he was just amazing. And I stood there and thought to myself, God, look what you've done in this child's life. So many people were ready to give up on this child because his behavior was just, whew. But here he is today. And God, I thank you so much for what you did in this child's life. Everybody who knew him before can testify that God has really done something in his life. And people look to him as a leader at the camp now. And I'm just so grateful to God for those experiences.